Please give Papa the money. Please give Papa the money.
Sabrina can't set the right goals right now. Everybody agree with that? Sabrina can't pick up 200 pounds. You understand? She could fly on a jet. One of my kids has never been on a commercial airline. She's like, Papa, will I ever get to fly commercial? I hope not.
The world moves over and makes room for you.
The world moves over and makes room for you. Contacts are contracts.
Teach them young.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. My shirt is from the 70s, I'm from the 90s, and we are now in the 20s. The 2020s. It's weird, right? On this episode, we are going to talk about Grant Cardone and how he uses his children, in my humble opinion, to help himself make money. You know, I've talked about this topic in a few videos, like this one where I talk about Dave Hollis and how he, I think, uses his son for content and his daughter to make funny YouTube videos for inspiration, but is obviously making money off of them. They're both very young and cannot consent to be on camera, and of course they also want to please their dad. And in this story that we're going to talk about today, it's very similar. So before we dive in, let's go over the basics. So who is Grant Cardone? Grant Cardone is a self-help, sort of, more so sales marketing guru. And he talks a little bit about self-help because a lot of it is motivational, getting you motivated to sell, motivated to market yourself.
I mean, you want to get to the top of the food chain and make a legacy and really leave something big, you start thinking big. You start thinking 10 times, whatever you're thinking 10 times.
He wrote a book called 10X. So if you ever hear people say like, 10X your life, 10X this, 10X that, like it's probably a Grant Cardone fan who's just repeating what they've learned. So that's who he started off as. That was his origin story. And now if you see him on the internet, you're gonna see a guy who is very often flaunting his wealth. He is a guy that wants you to know how successful he is so that you learn from him how to be as successful as he is. He'll tell you that he's an expert in real estate, he's an expert in financial this and that, he's an expert in all this stuff. But when you actually listen to his lessons and listen to, you know, what he has to offer for his training, it's all about get into a millionaire mindset and, you know, just whenever you feel bad about yourself, feel better about yourself. It's that kind of generic stuff that can appeal to any market. And the last thing that Grant Cardone is known for is repeating the same word as many times as humanly possible in one short video clip.
The fourth rule for success is to dream. Highly successful people dream. They spend a lot of time dreaming. I'm not talking about sleeping and dreaming and nightmares. I'm talking about focused on where you want to go in your life. Your dreams, you know, the things you've always dreamed of.
So that kind of gives you an idea of the type of advice Grant Cardone may give you. Like, don't give up on your dreams. Dream more, dream bigger, dream better, dream 10X. Could you have gotten that by reading any other self-help sales pitch book? Yes. Yes, you could. But the main thing here that I'm concerned with, I could care less about what Grant Cardone does. You know, if you want to pay him money to join a seminar, go for it. If you want to buy his book, go for it. I don't care. Like, do whatever you want. The thing that bothers me is how he's using his children and how he treats them, how he puts them on camera, how he's teaching them lessons to try to get his clients and people who follow him to, I guess, emulate his parenting skills, and why I think that's problematic. Let's talk about it, shall we? Shall we? One final thing. In this video, you're going to see the children uncensored. And I decided to do that because they're public profiles on Grant Cardone's YouTube channel. A lot of these videos live. If you wanted to go and search them, which you might be already Googling, who are Grant Cardone's daughters, you're going to see it without blurred faces. So even though ethically I do think that there is some value with blurring faces and blocking children, I want you to see how young these kids are to understand why it makes me upset and why it's problematic. That's why I decided to make the choice to show their faces. If you don't agree with that, I'm sorry, but that's the conclusion I came to, so I hope you can respect that. So, without further ado, let's talk about who are Grant Cardone's children. So as you can see, there's Grant Cardone's wife and 2 kids, Sabrina, right here, the older one, and Scarlett is the younger sister. She doesn't like to be called the little sister. She likes to be called the younger sister, and they both are firecrackers. I mean, they're very, these are the things I will say that I think Grant Cardone and his wife do very well with raising these girls. They're very well-spoken, incredibly well-spoken for their age. They're well taken care of. They're very grateful. And they also seem really smart and athletically talented. And as you can see in the caption right here, it says, Papa traded the Gulf Stream. And regardless of how kind of insane that sentence is, Papa is how the girls, and I think even sometimes his wife, refer to Grant. Papa G, Papa Grant, or just Papa. So a lot of times you'll hear that being used. So that's who they're talking about. He is Papa. Since they were basically infants, there has been videos of these girls being shared through Grant Cardone's social channels. This is where I found out about Sabrina Cardone. And she was in a viral video. This one is on Grant Cardone's YouTube channel. So the title is Inspirational Advice from a 10-Year-Old Grant Cardone. So Sabrina Cardone spoke at one of his 10X talks, and I will say she's very mature. Again, I'm very impressed with her delivery, with her confidence, with the ability that she was able to even get up there in the first place. A lot of adults would tremor at the idea of, speaking to that loud of a group, and large of a group, including myself. I would be nervous, okay? But just listen. We're going to talk about what she says and listen to what she's saying. It's concerning to me. So let's watch.
My name's Sabrina Cardone, and I'm 10 years old. No one is better suited than a 10-year-old to talk to you about 10X. And let's face it, I'm the only 10-year-old here.
I mean, that's true. All the other 10-year-olds are in school. She's actually homeschooled. I don't know if I mentioned that, but her and her sister are homeschooled so that they can travel to exotic places, and they obviously have a great education. So whatever they're teaching is working, but that's why she's 10 and able to be at this conference.
So guys, for just a second, I want you to remember when you were 10. Look inside your mind's eye and remember when you were 10 years old. Think about it and be 10 again. You were about this tall, or maybe this tall and kind of short, or maybe even shorter than me. But remember how much energy you had. Remember?
See, she's really good on camera. That's the thing. She's really good at keeping an audience, and she's practiced this a lot of times, you can tell, but she's natural. But one thing I will comment on, that makes me uncomfortable is the makeup, how heavy it is. She looks beautiful, but, she's a little girl. Like she looks like a grown adult here. Just a very petite grown adult, and the hair and the dress, it's just too much for me personally. And one more note before we go, they're Scientologists allegedly. There's a photo of Sabrina holding a Scientology certificate, communications release. So that's a Scientology thing. And in Scientology, they believe that children are just adults trapped in children's bodies. Apparently, that's what I've heard, based on the documentaries and things that I've read. So it makes sense that they support her becoming older faster. So that's one theory.
Remember how happy you were. Remember how positive and hopeful you were.
And here we go. Here is Scarlett. That's her younger sister and her mom.
Like I said before, I'm 10. And look, I'm ready to grow up and not be treated like a little kid. Because, people don't listen to you. They talk about you, not to you. I was in a mall, and someone told my dad I was beautiful. We had an entire conversation that went on for like 5 minutes. I mean, thanks for thinking I'm pretty, but you could have told me.
This guy at the mall telling you you're pretty or whatever, like, that should have been a lesson from Papa to tell his daughter, like, you don't need to take a compliment like that. You're a little girl. And for him saying that you're beautiful or whatever, it's not that, I don't know. To me, that's like creepy. If some guy told me like, oh, your daughter's beautiful, I'd be like, okay, thanks. And if he told my daughter to her face, it'd be weird. So maybe I'm overanalyzing that part a little bit, but to me, it was just like a creepy statement. Like, I want guys to be able to tell men to be able to tell me to my face that I'm pretty. It's like, that shouldn't be something that we want to know about at all. Like, just, you should be like, at the playground, not at the mall, meeting men, talking for 5 minutes. I think that's just the wrong situation to be in my opinion.
At 10, you're stuck. You're not really a kid.
You're not stuck. Oh, this poor girl. She's been told like that, she needs to make money to be useful and valuable, and she can't make money at 10. So I feel like she's got this thing that she's like, I have to be an adult so I can help. It's just sad. I wish someone would tell her like, it's okay to just be, to just live and not be aspiring to be something. If you want to, great, but like that all your value and everything that, you're here for is just to make money for Papa? No.
You're not really an adult, and you're very clearly not a teenager. But seriously, I can't wait to work. I can't wait to really work, to have a job.
Yeah. Her definition of working comes from her dad, obviously, and that is to go on the private jet, make a video about how rich you are, and then go to a conference and talk about how amazing you are. That's her idea of work, because that's what her mom does, that's what her dad does, and that's what they're training her to do. I don't think she wants to go work at McDonald's and flip burgers all day, or work at a call center, or be a marketer, or, the myriad number of things that people do for work. I don't think that's what she's talking about. She's talking about, I want to work for Papa so he can give me more money so I can contribute so I don't feel like I'm freeloading off my parents. That's how I interpret that.
To have responsibility, to be treated like an adult. Look.
No, once again, my final part about this. You should just be respected as what you are already. You don't have to be an adult to get that. You shouldn't have to, grow up so fast to be respected. And it's weird that she feels this way, and it's even weirder that this was part of a speech to a room of, 1,000 people, so it seems. It's just, what is that message? Like, I'm ready to grow up and work hard. Like, are we done with this? Can we just move on from this in 2022? Like, I know 2021 did not change anything, but can we just move on from that and erase it? Like, this very toxic mentality needs to go.
Look, I'm happy when I work. Aren't you? Yeah. I'm happiest when I'm busy. And I'm most fulfilled when I'm contributing.
This is toxic. Oh, this is toxic for an adult, to be honest, and it's even more toxic for a 10-year-old girl. Sometimes you can't contribute. You're going to be sick with a cold. You're going to be sick with a more serious disease. You could break your leg. You could damage your eyesight. Who knows? These are all just physical things. You could have anxiety, and you're all of a sudden not contributing for a week, for 10 years. Who knows? Does that mean you don't deserve to be happy or live a life that's fulfilling? No, in my opinion. I think that this is a dangerous message. It's ableist. It's something that, is meant to inspire people. But I think now that we kind of have become a little bit more evolved in our thinking as society, and look at the pandemic, look how many people got laid off doing nothing, just twiddling their thumbs because they lost their job. Are they supposed to feel bad about that? And I think the message from Grant Cardone would be, yes, you should feel bad about that. I disagree. I think you should be able to live your life and not completely hate yourself because of circumstances.
Yeah. I love goofing off. Sleeping in. I love my computer, my phone. Mom took my phone from me though. It was like taking me off life support. But you know, and I'm sure you do. Doing nothing all day in front of a screen. Yep, I don't have one up here because I don't have my phone anymore, Mom.
My mom took my phone away, which is a very relatable thing to kids. But then the other part of the message is like almost contradictory of, oh yeah, she's still a kid who could get grounded, or she's still a kid that could get her cell phone taken away. And why was it taken away? Because she's not contributing enough? She's not making enough sales calls? Like, what is the reason?
It doesn't make you feel good just looking at it all day. Like, I mean, unless you're doing something on it. But if you're just looking at it, you know, it's useless. So, do you guys agree? Say 10x if you agree. This year, let's agree, like we just did a few seconds ago, to work more, not less.
No! Let's not agree to that. And what does work more mean? That's the thing. These very generic sales videos and inspirational videos, they're so general. Like, what does work more mean to an individual person? You know, work more at McDonald's, that's not going to get you anywhere.
To learn more, not less.
Fine, learn more, great, love it.
To experience more, not less. That's what 10x is about. Okay, on your feet, guys. Come on. So repeat after me. I am gonna work more. I'm gonna do more. I am gonna learn more.
They're so cute. And that's the thing, they're so cute and they're just like little kids. Just, I don't know, I just think this whole thing is unnecessary. Hire a professional motivational speaker and let your kids be home and, you know, or let them come and watch, but don't make them do this stuff. I don't know. And some people are going to disagree, and that's fine. It's all part of, you know, debating and whatever, but I just feel badly. This is a time to like develop sports and friends and all this stuff, and it's like, I don't know. It just feels unfair that they don't get to make the choice. They're being pushed. Like, let's be honest. They're being pushed into this. They're not saying, Dad, like, I want to speak in front of a group and I'm just going to say what I feel. I mean, this is a scripted, practiced thing that they're doing. And it just so perfectly ties into the brand and what they, you know, believe in. And it's sad to me. So let's go into some of her YouTube videos to kind of analyze what she's saying, why she's saying it, and the issues that I have with what she's saying. And again, this is not to criticize Sabrina or Scarlett or the children that are making this content. It really is to show what the parents are saying to these kids to make them do this, or that they're allowing the kids to post to YouTube and say this type of thing. With the endorsement, essentially, that this is something that they want their children to do. These aren't secret accounts. They know, the parents know that these exist. These aren't like, you know, burner accounts that they're trying to express themselves. Like, this is part of the marketing of the 10X brand, the Grant Cardone brand. So this is a video called Help Your Parents Out.
Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Sabrina, and today I want to talk to you about helping your parents out. You know, you want to help your parents out. We can't do many things, you know. You need to appreciate what they do for you. And you need to act upon that. You need to look with your eyes about things to do. You know, I'm looking for things to do to help my parents out. You know I am. But before you can really look for things, before you can look and just find them easily, you gotta decide. You have to decide to help your parents out. Why are you not deciding to help your parents out? You know?
And this part is kind of just like, you know, she's got her notes and whatever, and she's practicing being on camera, and it's not easy, obviously, especially at that age. It's not easy to just sit in front of a camera and deliver like these speeches and these, you know, thoughts. But you can tell she's emulating her dad and his cadence and the way he talks, and he's always on camera with her, showing, you know, different things about his business. And so you can tell just by watching this that she wants to be her dad so bad. And it kind of breaks my heart because what her dad's doing is his thing, and she should have the freedom to have her own thing. You know, if she wants to become a teacher or if she wants to become a beekeeper, I mean, she has the privilege to be able to go to college, and, you know, she's very smart, you can tell. She could do anything. She could help the world in such a great way. But as we'll talk about, you know, in this video, her dad is steering her towards a life of selling for her dad's company. And maybe that's good for her, and that's what she wants to do, and that's what she's passionate about, but give her a chance to decide that for herself. That's the thing that bothers me. And I want to make one more note before we move on in this video. The reason why I find this so interesting, this specific story, is that I looked like Sabrina at her age. She's like 10-ish in this video. So I want to show myself at this age. It's really, let me know what you think.
If you elect me president of the United States of America, the first woman, I'll give you this free chip. Isn't that lovely? And you'll be in for a good surprise because I'm a good reader.
So that was pre-YouTube, obviously. That was like made in like the basement of my grandma's house. But that's like, I think a great example, like 10 years old, you should just be goofy. And you can see little moments in Sabrina, like she wants to be goofy and she wants to be a kid, and it's almost like she's not being allowed to express that. She has to be business girl. It's kind of disappointing.
You know, today I was with my papa. He wanted to get some acai bowls. And so he gave me the credit card. And I went in and I ordered the acai bowls and I ordered my food that I wanted. And I wore my papa's sweatshirt, Cash Flow is King, inside. And so I was promoting his brand. I mean,
yeah, that part got me too. You know, she's like, you have to help your parents out. Like her audience is, you know, other kids that she's talking to. And she's like, I help my dad by, you know, going to order the food, which is great. Like that is helpful to your parents. Cool. And I wore his branded shirt that said Cash Flow is King, and I'm helping promote his business. It's like, ooh, I guess so, but like, I don't know. That to me is like such a warped mindset. Like, oh, that's how you're helping your parents? I don't know. Am I being too judgmental? I feel like a kid should not have a show. A kid should not have a show. A kid should also not have a shirt that says Cash Flow is King. Come on. A kid cannot have cash flow as part of their, they shouldn't, at least. I know Grant thinks differently, that kids should have, you know, all these businesses and whatever, but I think kids, this is the only time of your life, the only time you're gonna have to be free. You don't have responsibility. Like, if you don't want to work when you're 10 years old, your parents are legally obligated to take care of you and pay for you and make sure that you're safe and you know, provided for. So let's watch another one. This one gave me PTSD because, so the title is Father Teaching Kids Sales, Grant Cardone. This is on his own YouTube channel. So Sabrina's in the office, and she's in the office a lot. There's another video I can show where she talks about why she doesn't want to go to school.
Welcome back.
Natalie,
Today I have a hack for you.
What I said
And don't worry about him.
Ty's choice in
Listen to
women.
me.
He would tell
I'm
you it's
working with
true.
my papa
Number
today.
One. Number two,
As you can
he would
see.
tell you it's an old
And,
little
and it's
private
so much
joke that we
fun.
have, okay? So that
So if you don't
wasn't
like
intended
school,
for anybody. You're-
listen to
obviously
this.
Those kind of women are not.
I don't like school.
Otherwise,
I get it. Neither do I. And if you don't like school, and neither do I, we can both get out of it. I believe in you. Here's what we do. You ask to come work with them. This works every time. Why would they say no if this is where they go every day?
And so he's doing a little, like training video with her type of thing. So you gotta think, there's a guy with a camera here, videotaping Sabrina and her dad, Grant. And he's also peppering her with, prompts. And I think of myself at her age in this situation, I would have been crying my eyes out. So embarrassed because of how serious he's being and how strict he's being. And also the task that he's giving her is supposed to be teaching her something, but what is it really teaching her? So let's watch it. We'll analyze together.
My name's Raymond.
Hello, Raymond. This is Sabrina Cardone.
Hey, Sabrina. Sabrina Cardone, how do I know you?
Grant Cardone's daughter.
Huh?
Grant Cardone's daughter.
Grant Cardone's daughter.
Grant Cardone's daughter.
Okay, good. Really keep the speech up though. Keep the volume up.
Yikes. Like, right from the beginning, like if someone told me, like, keep your speech up and was putting me on the spot on camera and, they're asking me something and then I have to like repeat it back, I would be so upset. I don't know. Maybe I'm just sensitive, but that I would have been like, Grant Cardone's daughter, higher volume. Like, I hate to like talk about my own personal stuff so much, but my mom was kind of like this a little bit, and she was kind of like, she'd try to make you feel bad almost, like you were, like I did a lot of public speaking when I was younger.
Do you know how many smokers there are in Canada?
Start again, honey. Kayla, take 3 on this tape.
Do you know how many smokers there are in Canada? 100,000? A million? 5 million?
Okay.
Do you know how many smokers there are in Canada? Yes, there are 10 million cigarette smokers in Canada alone. Thank you. Don't smoke! Woo!
We'd practice over and over and over and over and over again. If I didn't know the line immediately, she would be like, kind of like, why would you say it like that? Come on, you know how to do this. You did this. And it was almost like tough love. But looking back, I never felt like I was good enough ever. And yes, I got to produce the thing that we were trying to do. And I got to be a speaker at that young age and do contests and stuff. But did it make me better as an adult? No. It made me better at that time, but it really stifled, in my opinion, my own confidence that I didn't need a drill sergeant telling me what to do at all times, or else I wasn't going to accomplish it. So I see myself in this scenario. Obviously, this is on a much larger scale with, his following, but similar in the sense of how it makes me feel even watching this happen.
Okay, let me hear it again. Try it again.
And I want to go back just for a second. Okay, so he's telling her like, okay, practice, whatever. And he's like, raise your volume. Don't let your volume go down. And then this is how she responds.
Okay, good. Really keep the speech up though. Keep the volume up. Okay.
She just wants to have fun. Like, she's a little girl. Like, she wants to do like a, and just like she's joking around. Like, she's probably had a long day, whatever. And you can tell he's annoyed. He's like looking up like, okay, oh, you're making me look bad on camera. Okay. Like, don't do this. He's trying to act cool, but like also I can feel like he's like, if the camera wasn't there, it would probably be like, why aren't you being serious? Like, we need to focus. And it's just, it's a little uncomfortable.
Okay, let me hear it again. Try it again.
Hello, it's
My name's Raymond. I'm on the list. Go ahead.
Hello, Raymond. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Who's this?
This is Sabrina Cardone, Grant Cardone's daughter.
Okay. What's up, Sabrina?
And again, it's like, she's not her own person. She's Sabrina Cardone, Grant Cardone's daughter.
The reason I'm calling is I wanted to ask why you haven't yet purchased a 10-inch web conference seat.
Purchased a what?
A 10-inch web conference seat for this year.
Oh, well.
She's nervous. Like, oh my God. You know, he's putting her on the spot totally. What? Oh God, it just like irks me because I'm having flashbacks of like, what did you say? Why are you saying it like that? It's like, oh my God, like I'm a child. Leave me alone. Let me go outside.
Because I'm just waiting, you know, I'm waiting for the best deal.
And he's like watching the TV and he's not even looking her in the eye, but he expects her to like look him in the eye and make sure that she grabs his attention. It's like, I get it. Like he's trying to train her to be a salesperson, but your brain is not developed at that age, like I said, and it could be traumatic, I think, to go through something like this, even if it doesn't seem like it at the time. Later in life, when you start to have issues with like being a people pleaser or trying to, get someone's attention, like this moment will probably come back in her mind, like, oh yeah, that time that my dad put me on camera and, I had to make a sales call. Like, that wasn't great.
I'm waiting for the best deal.
Well, we have deals for 1,000, 500, and 10,000.
1,000, 5,000, and 10,000.
10.
This part too, like he's smiling, but it almost seems like he's super offended that she would say, oh, we have $500 deals, $1,000 deals, whatever, because, his ego is hurt, bruised in that scenario because she's an innocent girl that doesn't know the difference between $1,000 and $10,000 most likely. But he's upset because he knows this video is going to be posted online. He wants everyone at home to know, oh no, my tickets are 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, whatever he said. And it's like, okay, like she doesn't know. She's not supposed to know the concept of that type of money and what the difference is. But like he's being really hard on her. And I know he's smiling, but it almost seemed like, okay, I'm going to kill you, face. Like I'm not happy, but I know I'm on camera, so I can't do anything. That's how I read it.
10,000, 5,000, and 1,000.
Okay.
I think we might also have one for 2,000.
I think we got a 2,500, 5,000, and 10,000. That's fine. You make the phone call. Let's make some phone calls.
2,500?
Okay, let's call some
Okay.
people.
Tell me the prices, please.
Put this number in here. No, don't worry about that. Let's just get them interested.
First, tell me the prices.
Hey, if I get the price, I'm gonna have somebody call you back with the price. I just want to know why you hadn't done it yet. That's your only job right here, to find out why people have not bought. Okay?
It just seems like she's like, tell me the prices, like, so I'm confident, so I have the knowledge to be able to like do this crazy thing that you're making me do. She's like, don't worry about it, just do it. There's like this rush and this panic, and it's like, oh, I don't like it. This would not, to me, be a great learning environment. High pressure, I guess, like, if you have to be under those circumstances, like, it's good to learn, but like, why? She doesn't have to. He could teach this slower and have her grow naturally and be confident on her own, not like get it in there and like put the pressure on and like, don't worry about that, just take the call, blah, 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 blah. It's like chaos.
Let's call this number, 425.
Wait, one moment.
Hit it.
One moment, please.
Okay. This number is, his name is.
She's like, please give me one moment. He's like, no. He's like putting the numbers in. Like, give me one moment, please. Like, obviously, what she just talked about in that last video is no one respects me as a child. That is the perfect example of him not respecting her as a child.
Daniel.
Hello, this is Daniel.
Hey, Daniel. This is Sabrina Cardone at Grant Cardone's office. The reason
How you doing?
How are you doing?
Pretty good.
The reason I'm calling is that I wanted to know why you haven't bought a 10X World Conference ticket.
A what?
A 10X World Conference ticket.
I didn't know they were having it this year.
Oh, yes, we are.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, there's so much stimulus going on in this. There's a phone call. She's got notes from her dad coming. She's got her own notes. She's got verbal cues from her dad. She's got the camera in her face. I mean, this is an unwinnable situation. She's handling it very well, but I don't think it's helping her ultimately. It's probably going to put panic in her for the future.
I'll get one.
Oh, wonderful. I'll send you an email about the prices.
Perfect. Sounds good. When is it?
It's at March 12th
Okay.
in Miami.
All right. I appreciate the call. Thank you so much.
I appreciate
Tell
you.
Grant I said hi.
I will. What's your email?
It's Daniel
Thank you so much. I'll send you the email.
All right, you guys have a good one.
You too.
Thanks
Bye.
for calling. All right, bye.
Excellent job, okay? Now, who are you gonna give this to?
I'm gonna give this to Natalie.
Huh?
Natalie?
Yeah, okay, so he answered this phone. This phone number's good. So what we wanna do is check off that phone number's good. This is garbage right here. Yeah, that's garbage. Okay, okay. Hit it. Chris May.
So I do like the positive feedback. That's good. But okay, now she's going on to the next one. So this is like how to do cold calls. I mean, I am an entrepreneur. Maybe I don't have the guts or what it takes to be a good one. That remains to be seen. But I don't know. This seems to be one piece of the pie of a larger, education. Like, you need to be well-rounded in the sense of, what if she doesn't want to do sales? Now she knows how to do sales. That's great. She has a skill set. Now let's go and learn something else. Maybe biology, maybe something else, that she may be more interested in than calling Daniel and asking, why you didn't buy a ticket from my dad's conference? I don't know. And, she's in the unique position where she is the daughter of the owner of the company. So no matter what, she's got a different situation than other people are going to have. So how applicable is this lesson for, the average Joe? I don't know, And to even further prove my point, I'm going to show you this website called 10X Kids. Well, it's Grant Cardone's website, but it's 10X Kids. So if you're a child and you want to become a business owner, I guess, or if you're an adult that likes to watch children talk about business, then this is for you. But I want you to see just how young they are. This is Sabrina and Scarlett. And I love, hold on, let me read this. I love how the company name is called Whatever It Takes Media. To me, it's like, yeah, whatever it takes. Putting your family on camera, making them become your salespeople and inspirational voices, making your wife run a 10X ladies conference, whatever it takes to be successful. A lot of parents don't put their kids on social media at all because of privacy issues. Apparently that's out the door now. If money is to be made, they don't care anymore about that. It's like, here's my kid's high school. Here's my kid's, soccer field. This is the field that we're at. It's like, what if a crazy person shows up and tries to kill your kid? You don't care about that? Like, I don't know. To me, I'm just like, let your children and your wife have some privacy. Or at least let your children have some privacy. The very least. But no, we don't get that here.
I can't hear it.
Yeah, we can.
Time to be amazed.
Okay,
Time to be amazed.
Time to be amazed? The name of the show is Time to be Amazed. Go!
No! The name of the show is
It's
called...
Talk to Strangers.
Talking to strangers. And what do you guys know about talking to strangers?
Papa's on the side of the set giving them directions. They're very young. Like, this video is evidence, and they don't really say anything of, great value, obviously. But, like, number one, who is this video for? Is it for other children who just happen to come across, search, I want to be rich as a child or something? I mean, what... To me, it's, almost creepy, because it's like, okay, Grant Cardone's audience is young to older men, particularly, who want to, grow their business or make money as an entrepreneur. Great. Okay, where does 10X Kids come in? Who's the audience here, and what is the point of it? Because these little children have no business savvy or acumen to give advice. So what is this content for? That's what I'm trying to understand. Who is this made for? And why is it made? And at what cost is it to their childhood and upbringing?
Well,
You
it's
can
good to
make
talk to
friends.
strangers so you can make friends, and you can know who they are, and so you can find out things in life.
So basically they're saying that they are going to talk to strangers so that they can make, connections in business as little children. So I have no idea what advice that is to give children of any age, and that's concerning. In the next follow-up video, we'll see how this video does. If people like it, if you learn something from it, if you enjoy it, we can talk a little bit more about the other projects that they've been in, the other viral videos that they've been in, and why some of those are concerning to me as well. I don't want to overload you with every single clip that I've seen, because we could be here till 5 in the morning, or my time, 5 in the morning. And, you know, I don't know if you have the time. If you don't have time, just get more. Just get more. No? Not good? Okay, I guess I'll keep my day job. And if you made it to this part of the video, I want to give you a special shout out. Woo! You did it. You survived. You made it. You're engaged. I love it. And I want to give a special extra shout out to the person who commented this on one of my Rachel Hollis videos. And if you're familiar with Rachel Hollis, she has a phrase that she says, choose joy, because we all know you can just choose whatever emotions that you want. There's no outside factors that affect anything but your own mind. No, that's not true, but that's what she'll tell you. So I said, you know, choose sadness today. And a lot of people liked that and commented and were, you know, discussing choose sadness. And then someone said hashtag SobGang. And I just loved that. I don't know. I've been talking about it like since I saw it and like thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, SobGang. Like, I feel like the people who enjoy this channel are a SobGang. It's okay to sob. It's okay to not choose happiness at all moments and to live in reality. So I think if this is cool with you, and please obviously let me know in the comments what you think, can we call this community SobGang? Is there any objections? Like, is that, there's something wrong about the wording that I don't realize? Is that a good one? Is it too tough to say? Because I really like it. So I'm hoping that everyone else does too. And let me know. I'm really interested. And if you hate it, don't worry. Like, you can tell me. I'd rather know than not know. But, you know, this community is growing, and I really, really, really appreciate everyone commenting on the videos and giving their perspective. It helps me so much to create the next one and to understand your stories and where you're coming from. And I hope to keep growing and expanding and maybe even getting to some live streaming, because I'm learning this software now and it's really cool. So SobGang, and then we can do like SobGang Unite. We can do some tears or something. But don't get a tattoo in honor of that, because people might think that you've killed somebody. So on that note, I will see you in the next video. Thanks for being here. Subscribe, comment, do all that stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
I'm a good reader. And if you elect me president, I will... Oh yes, I will lower income taxes. I will make the world better, and I will not have gold toilet money. And I will raise... Kids need money too, you know. That's all. See ya.